If you have a question during the explanation, please interrupt me. So today's subject, we will be studying something called the React Router DOM, and we will build a project called Fake Store. Actually, I think I have a demo for Fake Store, if I'm not mistaken. Let me show you. My project is not complete, but anyway, Fake Store, yes. So simply, it will be something like that, Fake Store. So if I click on this one, as you can see, it will be home. If I click on fruit, so it will be /fruit, as you can see. And it will show me different fruit like that. And if I click on /phone, notice here, this route will change. Well, it's look like it's showing me a new page. Actually, it's not a new page, but the React Router DOM allow me to create the illusions that I have multiple pages. And if I click on laptops, as you can see now, it will give me laptops. And of course, you can add more product if you want to. So you can add as much as you want to here. So that's what React Router DOM allow us to do. It's allow us to create the illusion of multiple pages. It's not really multiple pages because what React is doing actually is creating one pages. So when I click on home, this component, it will be mounted. That means it will be added, this component which will be home. When I click on fruit, the component home, it will be this mount. That means it will be removed from the DOM, and the fruit component, it will be added to this page. But it is not important for us. What's important for us now, React Router DOM allow us to create here the illusion of multiple pages, and that's what I want to. Do you understand now what's React Router DOM doing? Yes?
Yes.
So it gives us the ability to create the illusion of multiple pages. So let's click on this one, click on this one. And now let's try to learn a little bit React Router DOM. As you can see, I built a project. And my project is empty. I have nothing inside it. As you can see, just React Router DOM, that's it. Other than that, I just create APIs. It's empty, component is empty, everything is empty. Now let's go to package.json. Now for this project, if you want to use Material UI, that's okay. As usual, you install this free library and you can use it. Of course, we are using Axios. And here, React icon, if you want to use any icon. If you don't need to use any icon, you don't have to install it. It's totally depend on what do you want. You can, if you want to, I will not force you now to use Material UI because my objective was just to show you how Material UI work, because in the backend, they will benefit us. It helps us to create a style component quite fast. Okay, so if you want to use Material UI, that's fine. If you want to use vanilla CSS, it's fine as well for me. It's fine. Axios, of course, you know what's Axios. You need to install it. And React icon, if you want to install it or not. That's fine. So let me close this guy here. And now let's try to learn React Router DOM. So let's go to here, this guy, and try to read what is React Router DOM. So React Router DOM here allow developer to manage routing. By routing, I mean /home, /fruit, whatever. So that's different routing. The current version we have, it's a 6. We used to, before to use with 5, now we have version 6. So it's a library, I need to install it. How can I install it? Well, it's simple, npm install react-router-dom. That's the name of the library. So the first step to use React Router DOM, click. Of course, you have this marked down here, so you're not going to miss anything. Just go to week 3 and click on React Router, and you will have it. Now, I just need to install this library. Voila. Click. And now I have React Router DOM, as you can see, version 6 here. Also, for dev dependency, I'm installing Prettier, as you know, and that's my setting for Prettier. I've noticed most of you are not using Prettier, so your code is not formatted. It's a good idea to use Prettier, because now if I just run npm run format, my code, it will be formatted. Like that. Click, and now as you can see, all my code is being formatted. That's fine. I've installed React Router DOM, so now let me run my server, npm run dev. Click. And now here, I'm just going to go to my server, which will be here, Fake Store. Refresh. Voila. I'm going to go to my index.html. As the title here, I will change it to Fake Store. I've already done that. Other than that, I don't need anything. So what is the first step? Well, the first step, I need to go to inside source, src, and I need to go to main.jsx. I know before we never touch main.jsx, but now actually we need to do something here in main.jsx. So what do we need to do? Let's go here. And let's go to our markdown here. So the first step, as you can see, I need to wrap my application app component here, this app component inside the main.jsx. I need to wrap it with something called browser router. Why? Because this browser router allows us to create this different route. If I don't wrap it, it will not work. That's how the library works. So I will need to import something from React Router DOM called browser router. So let's go and do that. I'm going to my main.jsx, and now here I'm going to import. Wait. Sorry, I'm going to import browser router. And you don't have to do as router, just import browser router. So the name here is browser router from React Router DOM. And now I need to surround my app application, the root component, with this one here. So this browser router, I need to render it just like a React component. So I'm going to open tag. I'm going to put it, and I'm going to close the tag, and while I have closing tag. So now what I need to do, I need to take the second part and put it around my app application. Voila. So that's the first step. Is the idea clear? All the time in any project, you need to do that. That's the first. So the first step, you need to install the library, which is called React Router DOM. The second step, you need to go to your main.jsx, and in here, you need to import browser router like that, and from React Router DOM, and you need to render it as a React component, and you need to surround it by your root component, which is app. Is it clear here?
Yes.
Good. So now what is the third step? Well, the third step, now I will go to my app.jsx, and now here I need to import two stuff. I need to import routes. So there's something called route, and there's something called routes with plural. Route, plural one here. So both of them, they come in from React Router DOM. So now how can I render it? Well, it's quite simple. All I have to do now, so the route, the plural one, it will include the other one. So as you can see here, see these routes, I just render it. Let me do it myself. Actually, it will be better. So first I will render the plural one, which is routes like that. And I'm going to close it. Voila. Now inside it now, if I want to create multiple route, now I'll use a single one. And I can just say route like that. And I can make them self-closing tag. Voila. So how many routes do I need for now? Let's create two routes. Let's create the home page and about page. It doesn't matter if you have million or you have two, the idea is the same. And of course, if you go to the documentation here, it will tell you the same idea here. That's my empty file, but anyway, I need to import routes plural and routes singular from React Router DOM, and then I need to surround this one, see, routes plural, opening and closing tag, and then I can put inside it the route, which is singular. Now here, the routes here, because it's a React component, it allows me to pass two props. The first prop is called pass, and the pass here, which pass do I want to show? Which pass I want this route for? I will say slash. Slash mean home. So slash mean, if I go to my fake store, that's a slash. So the slash here is just a root route here. This one will be slash. And the second one, the second parameter here, it will be the element. Which element I want to render? So in slash here in this route, which element I want to render? Well, I want to render the home component, but I don't have home component. I need to create it. And now here, as you can see now, I will render home component. Home. And now here, voila. So that's my home component, as you can see. And that's how we will do it. So for the single route, I have two props. The first prop is the path. This path, it will tell me, okay, I'm going to render this component in this path. And slash mean when I have nothing, it's slash. So if I have nothing, it's slash. It's give me an error. I don't have home component. I will create it now. Let's create a second one. So I think I can duplicate this one, voila. And here, instead of slash, I can just say about, because I want slash about. And here I will render another component called about. Voila. Of course, I don't have these two components. So now I need to go to my component and I create home component .gsx. And here, let's just create a dummy component, RAFCP. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one. I don't need props. for now. Let's remove this one. And here I will just say, welcome to the home page, for example. Welcome to the home page. Voila. Now I will go to my about. Also, I need to create a component called about.jsx. And same idea. I don't want this guy. I don't want these two. I don't want props. Voila. And I can just say, welcome to about page. Welcome to about page, for example. Voila. Now I need to import these two components to my root component, as you know. So I can just say import home. It's not from home, of course. It is from component/home. And now I need to enter the second one, which will be about. Voila. Now let's go and try to check if that's working or not. So by default, if it's slash here, if I do nothing here, I should show the home component. As a home component, what they say, welcome to the home page. Home, I'm missing E. So if I go here, see, the error gone, welcome to the home page, because that's slash. Okay, so as you can see, slash here, it will render this component. But now if I go to slash about, it should show me something else, right? What it will show me? What do you think it will show me?
Welcome to about page.
Welcome to about page. And as you can see now, we created routes here. Voila. So that's how we create routes. That's the simplest way to define or to create different routes. Of course, as you know, the user is not coming here and write about, and the user not coming here to write slash like that. So I need to create a navigation bar, right? So let's create a navigation bar. I'm going to create a new file, and I will name it nav or navigation, whatever you want to call it, nav bar, whatever you want to call it. Nav bar here, .gsx. And here in nav bar, I need to create my component, RAFCP. Let me get rid of those. Let me get rid of props. I don't need any props. And I don't need that. Now, as you know, when we create a navigation bar, how can we create a navigation bar in HTML? Can anyone remind me? How can we create a navigation bar in HTML? Nav tag, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, now here I can create an order list. And in an order list, now normally that's how we create it, right? So if I have a navigation like that, that's how we normally create it. So I have an href which go to slash, I have another href which is go to slash about. But actually in React Router DOM already gave me something called link. So I will not use a tag here unless I want to go to outside of my website, and that's, we don't do it more often. So React Router DOM, it gives us one nice stuff, which is call it link like that. As you can see, if I click on it, so I can import link. And now here, instead of using the a tag here, I'm not going to use the a tag. I'm going to just use my link here. Voila. And here, let's close the link. Voila. Now here, it is just like a tag. I can put here home. Voila. And in here, I can use the link again. So let me copy it here and delete this one. And here it will go to about. Actually, yeah, let me mark all of it cap. It's fine. About. Well, now this link here, it's a component, right? It's a React component because I was able to render it inside the LI. It has one prop which is called to, as you can see. And to here allow me to specify which route I want to go. And in this example, I want to go to the home. So what it will be the route? Slash, right?
Slash home.
And if I want to go to about, I need to use to also. To, and it will be what?
Slash about.
Slash about. Voila. By the way, this link in my, now if I go to my dev tool, it will be replaced by the a tag. So it will be just like a tag, anchor tag. But here in React Router DOM give us this link here, and we need to use it. Now I need to render my navigation bar. So let's go here to app, and now let's import my navbar. I need to import navbar. from navbar. Now, where I should put the navbar? Should I put it inside routes? Should I put it inside routes? That means, should I show the navigation bar in this route or in this route or in both? So when should I show my navigation bar? When I am in the home page or when I am in the about page or both?
In both?
Of course, both, because always my navigation bar should be visible. And that's the reason here I will not put it inside routes. Why? Because this route here, depending on the path. So if the path is slash, it will show this component only. And if it's slash about, it will show this component only. That's not what I want to. I want all the time to show my navigation bar. And that's the reason why I will put it here. So if you want any component to always be visible, you should not put it inside the routes here. Okay, you should put it outside of this route. Why? Because if you put it inside the route, it will be only be visible, or you'll see it, or you'll see it actually, depending on this path here. So for example, now if I go to slash here, I will show I will see the component home. But if I go to slash about, I will see the component about. I will not see the component home. But if I want to see something all the time, like for example, page header or navigation bar, I should not put it inside these routes here. Is the idea clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Let's see it. Now, as you can see here, if I click on about, see, my navigation bar always is there. It doesn't matter which, so this page is changing, as you can see. If I click on this one, my page here, my route are changing, and my page is changing, but all the time I have my navigation bar. And that's what I want to actually. I should always have my navigation bar, because I don't want to show my navigation bar. Let me style it a little bit. So let me, I will not use material UI. I will use just navbar.css. Let me import the CSS here. It's not difficult. It's really simple. It's just some set of rules, and that's it. Let's go to navigation bar. Now I want an order list here, and I want to display it flex. So let's see. Display flex. Let's see if that is a trick. Yeah. Justify content center. Align item center. Yeah, let's style none, but anyway, now if I click on home, it will take me to home. If I click to about, it will be about, and I always have my navigation bar. So as you can see, some component, I want to see them all the time in my page. It doesn't matter what the route is. I want to see them all the time. For example, if I go to Fix Store, you see the title of Fix Store here. So if I click on this one or this one or this one or this one, all the time I have the title. So here I should not put it inside routes. But here, if I will go to the home here, slash, it will give me home. Slash fruit, I should render this component. Slash phone, I should render this component here. Slash laptop, I should render this component. But this one here, always it will be visible. So let me create another example here. I will create a header. Header like that, header.jsx. And I will just create a dummy component as normal. Let me get rid of this one. I will need a prop which we call title. And in here, maybe I can create a header. And inside the header, I can create an H1 like that. I don't need that. Actually, I don't need that. I need to define this one here. And I need to import my prop types. I think it was EMPT, something like that. No, EMPT, no. Yes, that was EMPT. I import a prop type from prop types. Now, all I have to do, I need to import my header here. So let me import my header. I will put it as a top. Import header. Voila. And now here, of course, now if I cannot render the header inside those, because if I make a route for it, I will see it only in specific route. So I should put it actually here, outside of the route. Voila. And I need to pass one props, which is called title. Voila. And title here, let's name it Fix Store. fixed or like that. Voila. And now here, these two components, I will always see them no matter what. But these two here, as you can see, depending on the route here. If the route is slash, I will see home. If the route is about, I will see this one. And now I can create more route. If the route is slash fruit, I should see the component fruits. If the route is slash something, I need to show what component I want to. Is the idea clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Should be simple, huh? As you can see. Okay, what else? Link. So I've explained link. We have something a little bit nicer, actually. Instead of link, we can use also something else. It is called nav link. There is a slightly different between the two. So we've seen in our navigation bar here that we use link for those. We can use something else, which is called, I can replace it with nav link. And you may tell me, what's the difference between the two? Can anyone tell me what's the difference between the two? Anyone know what's the difference between nav and nav link? Let's go to our, let's refresh this one. Let's go to our element and you'll see the difference closely. Do you see any difference here, guys? Do you see something different here? So notice, I will click now. I am in about. I am in about page. If I click on home, notice what will happen. Notice here. What happened? If I click on about, notice what happened.
The class is active.
Indeed. So here, navlink, it will add a class active automatically to your navigation bar or the A tag. The A tag you are clicking on. So if I click on home, see, it's automatically add a class called active. And here, it's automatically add class active when you click on about. And now what I can do, I can just simply go to my nav bar. I have CSS, right? I can just select class active here. So I didn't add class active, by the way. It's automatically added for me. And now here, see, now because about is active, it has a class active. Now I make it red, voila. Now if I click on this one will be red, voila. As you can see. So it's kind of simplifies the stuff for me. It helped me a lot. For example, if I go to fake store now and I click on laptop, see, it's green. If I click on home, the class active is being added to here automatically. I didn't do anything. Enabling do that for me, as you can see. And of course, I can color it the color I want to. Let's make it, for example, I want the color not to be red. I want it to be blue, for example. Voila. And now here's the same idea. If I go to my website, see, it's blue. If I click on this one, now this one is blue. Voila. So that's the only difference between nav link and link. Is the idea clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
For everyone, is the idea clear?
Yes.
Again, if you forgot anything, you go here, it's step by step explaining everything. How we can use route, how you can use router DOM, how we can use link, and then how we can use active link. Now navigate programmatically, I will explain as this one and this one for today. And the left, this is the rest here, I'm gonna keep it either for tomorrow or after tomorrow, because I don't want to give you everything, otherwise you will get lost. So I will see just two more concepts here, which is navigate programmatically. Let's say I have a button. Let's go to home page, and now let's create a button. I'm gonna cut this guy. Control Z. I'm gonna cut this guy here, and I'm gonna create an H1, for example, and I'm gonna put this one here, and let me create a button. And now here I will say go to about page, for example, about page. And here, of course, yeah, I can just say type button method. So as you can see now, in the home page now, if I go to the home page now, click, I have a button here. And if I click on this button, what I want to go to slash about. Can I do that? So when I click on the button, I want to go now to slash about. Can I do that? Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes, no? Hmm?
Yes.
It is possible, of course. And now we will implement it. Just a second, guys. So that's what we call navigate programmatically. That means if I click on a link or I click on a button, it will take me to different route. But how can I do that? Well, it's quite simple actually. I can use one hook. So we already seen a lot of hooks. One of these hook is called use navigate. Now use navigate here, it's a function. If I execute it, it will return me another function. That's how the hook works. So if I execute it, it will return me another function, and I can here save it in a variable. And then whenever I click on the button, I can just use this function navigate, and I can put where I want to go, simply like that. So let's do it practically and see how we can do it. By the way, use navigate, this hook is not coming from React. It's coming from React Router DOM. It's not from React. Okay, let's go here inside home and try to do that. So first, let's import our hook. What was the name of our hook? Use navigate, right? What was the name of the hook? Are you asleep, guys? Hello? Guys, are you with me or not?
Use navigate is the
yes.
name of the hook.
I thought you are asleep. Okay, now I need to import this hook, and remember this hook does not come from React, it comes from React Router DOM. So how can I use this hook? What are the rule of hooks? Well, I can use them inside functional component, and it must be at the top level. So I need to create them here. Now it's a function, I need to execute it. So let's execute this function, use navigate, and it will return me another function actually. So I can store it in a variable. So I can just say const navigate, and voila, simply like that. And now here on the bottom here, I can add on. So I need to add an event to my button. As the event, when I click on the button, I want something happen. What is the event?
On click.
On click. So I can add my on click like that. And on click, let's say, I will create a function called click handler, for example, click handler. So let's go here, copy this one. Click handler, it's a function, and I need, of course, to declare it with const or click. It doesn't matter. Now here, what I can do here, I can just say navigate to /about. Voila. That's what I want to. And now let's see if that will work or not. I don't know. Let's see. Click, and it's take me to /about, right? Now, what I want to now in about, I want to also put another button, which is go to home. And when I click on that, it will take me to home. Now you may tell me, but I already created a navigation bar. Why do I need this button, right? Yes, no? You can tell me, I have my navigation bar. Why do I need these buttons? Yes?
Yes, but sometimes in the text.
Yes, so sometimes when you are inside
it's
the store, you
better.
want to place the order. When you click on that, if it's correct, it need to take you to different route. So you need to know how to programmatically navigate to different routes. So this concept is important. Okay, now what do I need to do? Well, I need to go to now to about page, and I need to do the same stuff exactly. So let's go to about page here, and I need to now import my hook. Now you should tell me what was the name of the hook? What was the name of my hook? Come on, guys, I just explained it. Use
Navigate.
navigate, voila. It's coming from React Router DOM. Now all I have to do, it's a function I need to execute it. So I will just say use navigate. And now I need to store a variable. I need to store it in a variable. So I can just say const navigate. Navigate is not correct. Navigate, now it's correct. Now all I have to do, I need to create a button. Of course, I don't have a button. So let me create a button here. Click, I will create H1. Let me create a button here. And I don't want this on click inside here, actually. You can put it here if you want to, but I don't like them. So let me go to my button here and add on click event, on click. And on click, I will create a function, let's name it click handler, for example. Let's save this one, go in here, const click handler, it's equal, of course, to function, as function, as you can see. Voila. And I can do that. but it look like I have an extra stuff. Voila. And now here I just need to use navigate, and what is the route I want to go? I want to go to home, so it will be slash. So now here, if I refresh, now here, go to about page, click, go to home page, click, and now I am inside. I can switch between the two, as you can see. And that's what we call navigate programmatically. We will need that sometime. It's quite important, actually. Is the idea clear now? How do you know how to navigate programmatically when you click on bottom and go to specific route? Yes, no?
Yes.
Good. And don't worry, everything is here. So I'm just going through those. Everything is here. You will not forget anything. Now your function, you can put it directly here if you want to, or you can create a function. It's fine. Just remember, use navigate. This hook is not coming from React. It's coming from React Router 2. The last thing I'm going to do, which is no route match. What the hell is no route match mean? So let me go to my app.jsx, and let's go here actually to my application. Now I have two routes, which is slash and slash about, right? I have two. But what if I go to, for example, to slash pay? What do you think I will have? If I go to pay, what do you think I will have? Yes. Click. So if I go to pay and I go to the console here, it's telling me, so it's giving me a warning. It's telling me no route match. So I don't have slash pay. I still have my title, I still have my navigation bar, but I don't have anything. And the user, sometimes the user not going to open the dev tool to see that. User does not know what's happening now. He may think it's the page is loading. So I need to do something. I need to tell the user that there is no route here. But how can I do that? Any idea?
Display a message.
Yeah, but how can I display message? First, let's create the component here, which will be the message. I will name it no routes. Or no route, just like that. .gsx. And here, let's just say RAFCP. And let me remove those. I don't need all of those. And let's remove this one. The props here, I will not need the props. Voila. So here, I will just say no route match. Or not found, or 404, or whatever you want to. That's the message you want to show. Now I will go to my app.gsx and I will import this component. There's a component called import no route, right? No routes. Route singular. But how can I show it here? Should I put it where? Well, I will put it inside another route, simply like that. And I will add asterisk here, or star. Now, the asterisk or star mean in React Router DOM, if this route does not match, if this route does, so it will go through all the different routes. If no match found, it will go to this one. So asterisk mean that will be the not found route. Is the idea clear? Again, so this one here, asterisk mean, it will go through slash. Unless if I say slash pay, it will compare slash with slash pay. It's no, it will not filter out, it does not match. It will slash about and slash pay, it's not, then it go to here. And now if I go again to this guy here, and as you can see, no route match. And voila. So click here and I click here, I have it. Now if I go to anything else, let's say users, it doesn't matter. I don't have this route, so we say no route match. Voila. Is the idea clear, guys?
Yes.
You should always have no route match, always, because you never know what the user say for slash something. So you should show a message. Okay. And here, that's what we're explaining here. As you can see, asterisk here means
Samir,
yes.
for the no routes, is it where normally we can send users to the 404 page?
You can do that if you want to, by the way. If I have no like that, I can now render home if I want to. I can send him to the like that. If I want to. See? So if there is no route match, I can directly take him to home. So let's close here, refresh. For example, if I go slash user, so see, it's take me to home directly. If I say, for example, slash pay, click, it will take me home directly if I want to. Okay. But normally here we just tell the user that there is no route mesh. But if you want to send him to home, you just need to render the home components. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's totally up to you what you want. But for me now, I'm gonna just show the user a message and tell these guys that there is no route match or any message you want. And that's simply for today. That should be enough. About React router DOM. So we got until no match route or no route match. Tomorrow or after tomorrow, we will study nested route, and we still have index route, and then dynamic routing and URL param, and we should be source 4 concept, and we should be done. But now focus only on those for now. That should be fine. Now, what do I want to do now? After we understand this theoretical concept, now I want to build my store here. So I need to get rid of all these components. So let's get rid of them. Let me just hit this one, click on Shift. Let me get rid of all of those. In the app component, let me get rid of this one. Here, let me get rid of all of that. And I just say hello, for example, now. I don't need all these components. And here I will keep this one here. Browser route, I will keep it as it is because I'm planning to use routes. Here I have just some normal styling. Other than that, I have nothing else. Okay, click, 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 click. So now I want to build a product, or I want to build like a fake store website. So how can I build a fake store? So to build a fake store, of course, I will need to use, so I need an API. If I don't have the API, how can I get data? Well, lucky for us, we have this API here. So as you can see, if I send a request to http://dummyjson.com product/category, and I put here the smartphone, it will give me some smartphone here. So it will give me list of smartphone. And I can use different products. So I can use beauty, I can use, I don't know, fragrance, furniture, grocery, laptops. So I can use all of those here as an endpoint here. So I can change this one. This one smartphone is included, as you can see. Smartphone, here is the smartphone. So all I have to do, I need to change this one. I can change this one here, this guy here, which we call the product or category, actually. If I change this smartphone here, only this one, the last one here. If I change it with any of those, I will get my data. So the URL I'm going to use here, it will be this guy slash this guy here, and smartphone is not included. This one, and I can use any endpoint of those. I can use smartphone, as you can see. I can use sunglasses, I can use tops, I can use vehicle, I can use woman bags, I can use whatever I want to. And here it depends on your project, if you want to make it complex or not. For me, my project here, I just do it like that. I just created fruits, phone, laptop. And now for you, you can add more product if you want to. So you can add more different routes here, more tabs here if you want to. But anyways, the idea here is you can use this one. So I'm going to send this one to you. And also you can use any this point with this URL. Do you understand the point? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. This one, I will send the category here. So you can use any of those here. It's totally up to you. Any endpoint of those, it will work. Okay. So what do you think the first step it will be? What do you think the first step I should do?
APIs.
I need to create my API, which is good point here. Yes. So let's go to my API here. And in my API now, for example, I can name it get product, because a single of them, I think it's called product. So I can just say get products like that, plural, .gsx. No, I'm sorry, .js. So that's my API. So let's say const get products. It's equal to a sync function, and I need to pass something here, right? If I want my API to be reusable, export default product. So if I can use these APIs here, So I can use the same API with the same API here. With smartphone, I can use it with Human Watch. I can use it with this one, with whatever I want to here. So it's a good idea here. It will be just to pass this value here. So what can we call this value? Maybe we can name it, I don't know, a category name or something like that. Because it's category and here's the category name. So now what we need to do when we call our API, we need to pass one of those to get the data. So here I will name it, for example, category name. Category name. Remember, whenever I use my API, I need to pass the category name. And the category name could be one of those. Okay? Why I'm doing that? I'm passing as a parameter because I want my API to work with all of these products. I don't need to create an API for all of them. It will be really messy. I can create one API and I can pass this value dynamically because all of them, they have the same base URL. So they have the same. And what differ is just this value only. So I can pass this value as a parameter. So am I planning to use Axios? Am I planning to use Axios?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to import it, right? If I have an error, come on. If I have an error, I'm gonna just log the error, as you can see. And now here I'm planning to use Axios, so I can just say const response, it's equal to await, and I can type just Axios like that. And if I hit enter, voila, it's import Axios for me. I'm planning to get product, and voila, like now I'm gonna use backtick. So as you can see here, it will be / something, but of course that's not a correct URL. So I need to copy this URL like that. So let's copy this one. And remove this one like that. Put this one like that. And of course I need to remove now this smartphone. Why? Because the smartphone here, it will be the category name. I need to remove it. And voila. And now I can use this URL with a different product, any product I want to, as you can see. So http://dummyjsons.com product/category. And here I can pass phone, woman, bag, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, now here I need to check, right? I can just say if res.status, what? If res.status is not equal to 200, what should I do? I need to throw an error, and of course I need to here put a descriptive message. What the hell is going here? Okay, let me just close it so I don't have this problem. Come on. Okay, now here let's just say HTTP with status, HTTP field, let's say, with status, this one should be lowercase. To lowercase, voila. And of course, if I don't have this one, I just need to return res.data because my data, it will be inside, the response.data, as you know. So that's simply my API. So for the home page, I'm not gonna do anything here as a home page. So it will be something like some text. You will say, "Welcome to my my store," blah blah, stuff like that. So in the home page, I'm gonna just create a dummy component. As you can see, here is just lorem ipsum. You can do the same if you want to. So let's click on this one. Now I created my API. You understand how to create the API, all of you? Yes?
Yes.
Remember this category name, it will be dynamic. Each time I call my API, I will pass different category. Good. Click on this one. Let's go to my component. And first I will create home. Home.gsx. Home.gsx. I will just create a dummy component. I don't need any props. I don't need any of these actually. And here I can just do this way. Voila. I can here inside the home, I can put H1, for example. And I say fake store, for example. No, actually, I will, no, I can create a header after that. So let me here just put some, let me just put some text here. P tag, and I can just say lorem. and it will add some dummy text for me. For you, you can add whatever you want to. Of course, now I need to import my component here, which is home inside this guy. So let me import home from dot component slash home. Now I need to import two stuff for my router for my routing system. What was those? Import routes, plural, and route singular, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
From
Yes.
React Router DOM. And let's say now here I want to do that. And now here I want to create my route here. I'm gonna change this one from div to fragment. But then again, it's up to you to do whatever you want to. So I have my route, I have everything. Why is this guy complaining?
Your file name is lowercase home on the left. When you created the file
which file? Home? Yeah,
here.
that's a problem. Now, if I now it's good. I don't have. I don't think I have a gate, so it's good. Home, yes. Okay, that's my component home. Of course, if I go to my store, so as you can see, I have my stuff here. Voila. But what I want to do now, I want to create a header and navigation bar, and the header and navigation bar, I want to be there for all different routes. So now for home, I'm gonna ignore this one. Let me create a header. Let me create a header. Come on. Header.jsx. On the header, I'm gonna create a dummy component. I don't actually I need that. As a header, I will import my title. So I will need this guy. I will need title. And in here, it should be simple, huh? Right?
Yes.
And in here, I will just create an H1 with that. And here I need to add my prop. So title, it will be a string is required, yes. So let me import my header as well here. So I can just say import header like that. And it's good idea to put the header at the top. So like that. Now here, I want my header always to be there. Should I put it inside routes? I want it to be
outside.
there. Should I put it inside routes? Or
Outside.
Side.
of course, it must be outside. And here I just name it fake store. Come on. I will also need a navigation bar. So let's create our navigation bar. And I will name it nav bar.jsx. I'm not styling it, but you need to style it, okay? I'm just explaining the logic for you. Navigation bar, I don't need any props. I don't need you. Voila. Okay. Now here, I need to import something for my navigation bar. Can you tell me what it was? Import. What we call it? Link or navlink?
Navlink.
Navlink is better. So voila. And now here, I'm gonna replace this guy here with nav tag. Come on. Nav. And inside the nav, I want an order list. It's up to you to do whatever you want to. And here, I will just add my nav link here. So I have /home /about. Here I can add later whatever I want to. For now, I don't know how many routes I'm gonna create, but for now, we're just gonna create two / which will be home and about for now. If later on, if I need it, I can add more, okay? So let me go to my app and now I can import my navigation bar. Nav bar. Should I put it inside the route or outside?
Outside.
Of course, outside, because I always want them. So as you can see, those my guys here. Of course, they are not styles. You need to style them. But no, now I am inside the home page. As you can see, if I click on home, I am here. If I go to about, I don't have about here. I did not create something for about yet. So let me create something for about as well. So I don't have this error about .gsx and RAFCP. For about, I don't need any of those. I don't need any props. So here in about, I'm gonna add some lorem ipsum as well. For you, you need to add some text. So you will add some text, welcome to our store, blah, blah, stuff like that. For me, I'm not gonna add it. I'm just gonna put this stuff here, that's it. Okay, let's go now to app and let's import our about as well. Import about. Voila, I'm gonna move this one to the top and voila, just like that. And here I need now to add another route. Of course, to add another route, it just will be slash about. And that's my about, as you can see. Now here, if I go to refresh and I go to about, I have about. If I go to home, voila, as you can see. Now I need my real product now. I want to, what do I want to get here? Let me go to the product to see what product do I want first. Maybe, which I want here, I did fruits. So maybe we can go to fruits first or whatever you want to, it doesn't matter really. And do I have fruits? Let's see, grocery. No, I don't have fruits. Smartphone, laptop, grocery. Let's take grocery for now. So I'm taking grocery here. And grocery, now I need to create a component for grocery, right? So I'm going to click here, new file, and I will name it grocery. Of course, this one must be capital G, like groceries. Or maybe I can name it fruit if you want to. It's really depend. Do you have a better naming? I don't like grocery name. Do you have better naming? Fruit maybe? No?
Or food.
Food, okay. Food. But food need to be capital case. Food .gsx. Voila. Now I'm gonna create my component for food here. Voila. Do I need any props? No. Currently, I don't need any props for that. And here, I don't need any props. So I'm gonna just put my parentheses. I don't need you. Okay. Now, what should I do in fruit? Well, in fruit, now I don't have the fruit here. I need to send a request to the backend to get my fruits. So how can I do that? Well, it's quite simple. I can just say const food, comma, set food, right? Yes, no? Use state. And now here I need to import my use state. Use state like that. I don't need React. Voila, now here. Now I need the loader. All the time when I'm sending a request to the backend, I need loader, I told you, right? So I can just say const loading, whatever. And here error in case I encounter any error. So I'll say const error, voila. Of course, I don't have a loader here. So let me create a loader. I name it, let's name it load. I name it loading if I'm not mistaken, loading .gsx. And here, new file also, I need to say loading CSS. The name are correct. So for the loading, I'm gonna just take the one I posted on Slack for you before. And let me just search for it. Voila. I'm not gonna style it, of course. Click. I'm just gonna steal the style. Voila. And in here, loading here, let's just put this one. Let's go here and let me put this one like that. But the name is not loader, it's loading. Actually, maybe I can change the name. It doesn't matter. Do you prefer loading or loader?
Loading as usual.
Okay, loading, not a big deal. Loading, and in here I need to pass loading as well. Loading. And then I need to change, no, it's loading actually. Yeah, it should be fine now. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's my loading here. So I need to import my loader into food. Why? Because I need to use it. So I can just import loading from loading, which should be fine. Okay, now I need to send a request to the backend to get my data. What should I use? I need to send a request to the backend. What should I use?
Use effect.
Use effect.
Of course, you need to use effect. Use effect. Voila. Now here, all I have to do, I can use effect like that. Use effect, I told you, take two parameters. The first parameter, it will be a function. As the second one, it will be an array. An array of dependencies just mean when the page is being loaded. And that's why here, whenever I click on the route or I click on food, it will go, it show my component loading, and it will send a request to the backend to get the data. Of course, now here, I will need to create a function, which will be an arrow function, const, let's name it fetch food, fetch food. It must be an async function. And here, voila. And now I need to call my API, right? Let me call my function so I don't forget. Voila. What is my API? Import, get, what was the name? Get product, right? Get products from util is not from util, actually it's from APIs / get product. Okay, now that's my that's my guy here. Now all I need to do, I need to use try catch, and I need finally as well, right? It looked like I'm explaining the first time. I've explained it a million times, guys. Now here for the error, I will make it as a message. So I will make it stringy. Loading, it will be true or false. And yeah, so let me go to here. So if I have an error, what should I do? Well, I should set the error to error.message. As I told you, whenever you have an error in Axios, and so Axios here, it will create as an error, it will be an object, and inside it, I have one property called message. Okay, that's fine. Finally, I need to set the loader to false, as you know. So set loading to false, because set loading here, it's true by default. And now here, all I need to do, I can just say const food, it's equal to await, get my product. And now here, I need to pass, the product category. What was the category? It was grocery, right?
Yes, please.
So I need to pass this guy. Copy. So each time I'm using this API, I need to pass what product do I want. Well, let's just pass it here. And voila. Now let's log our data to see if that will work or not. Log data, which will be food. Of course, now it will not work. Why? Because I did not import this food inside app.jsx. So let's import it. Import food. That's good. And now I need to add a new route here. So what do we name it? Food or grocery? Food. And here, whenever I have food, I need to render this food component. Voila. Should be simple. Now let's go here. We have, why do I don't have food? Because I did not add it to my link as well. So I need to go add it my link as well. Remember, all time you do that because the link here I did not create for everything. So I need to copy this one and add this one, and I make it food. And here, let's make it capital case, food, like that. Voila. And now here, actually, if I go to my network, I click on home, I click on about, I click on food. See, it send a request, as you can see. And that's what I want to. Because when I click on the food, the component food will be added to the DOM. And when I add it to the DOM, see, it will send a request to the backend to get my grocery. And that's, voila, as you can see, that's my stuff. And here, as you can see, I have an array of objects. So let me click, 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 click. Oh, wow, I have a lot. Okay, so as you can see, my data is an object. I need to pass the product. So the product is the array. I want this one here. This is my food. So all my food, as you can see here, all my food, it will be inside an array called product. So if I continue collapsing all of those, so I will have all my food inside one array called product. So I'm gonna just copy this one. So my data is just an object. So let me go to here. And now here, if I want to set food, I need to say set food. And set food, of course, it will not be food because food is an object, right? I need to say food dot product. And voila. And now here, if I log the product, it will be just an, it will be, let me log it here at the end. No, it was this one. It will take some time. But anyway, now all my products, the array here, now it exists in food. Fine. What should I do now? What should I do? I need now to construct my GSX. What should I do?
Samir, a question on the line 8. You state it should be the square brackets or null, or is it correct?
The default value here, it is an array because I know my food here, it will be an array.
Mhm.
So by default, it's empty array. Why? Because as you can see, and I'm signing the product, and the product is an array, depending what the type of data. So if you know your food, it will be object, it must be null. If you want it to be, if you know it will be an array, it must be an empty array. If you know it will be string, it must be an empty string. Okay,
But it will be
depend
true,
on your
yeah?
data. Clear?
It will be truthy.
Sorry?
It will be truthy value.
Here, it will be true, yes. But I don't
Yeah.
care about that because now I will check something else. It's array. I will check if the length is greater than 1. You got the point?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I manage it differently. With the object, yes, I check if it's truthy or falsy. But with array, I always check if the length is greater than 1. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let me now click on this one. I will just now, I will render my loading conditionally. So I will just say loading. As you know, it's just it's a Boolean. So if loading, I will render my loading. And of course, if there is an error, also I should render the error. Remember, the error here is string, and I add the message, so it will be string. Empty string is falsy. Any other string, it will be truthy. So error, and here I will put it inside the div, and I can add a class error to it if I want to. Now, the most important part here, which will be my product here. So what I can do here, I can now check, as Agnieszka said, I can check here. If food, it will be truthy, of course, because even it's empty array, it will be truthy. I can just check if food dot length is greater than 0, okay? If it's greater than 0, then I'll just say like that. I'll just say food dot, then I will map through them. And now here it will only map if the food dot length is greater than 0. Okay. Actually, I can do it something else. Let me do this one condition. Let's render it as a ternary operator. So I will check if the length is greater than 0, I will render something else. I will render something else. Voila. What is the something else? Well, if the length is not greater than 0, I will render just a p tag. No, not you. I need a p tag, only p tag. I will need a paragraph, and I say no food exists. No, yeah, it should be capital, the first one. No food exists. Voila. So that's the first one. But the second one here, well, if now I have them, I can render just a bracket like that. Voila. And now what I need to do here in the bracket now, I can render now, I can put JavaScript because I put curly brace. Now I can just say food.map. I need to map through them, food.map. And here I will have for food, single for food does not exist. So I will name it, for example, item. You can name it whatever you want. Now for each single item, what do I want to do? Well, I want to now to do something, and this something here, it will be, no, I will just create a component, call it item, which I don't have currently. Okay. No, just let me make it close it tag. Go away. Okay, so as you can see now, I'm just checking here if food.length, because I know it's an array, if it's greater than 0, it will render this part. Okay, it will render this one. If it's not, it will render this one, which will say no food exists. Unlike that, if I don't have anything in my array, if my array is empty, it will just say no food exists. But if I have now food here, I will just put a fragment, and then here I will put my JavaScript food.map. I will map through the item, and then I will create a component called item, which I don't have already. I need to create. Now here, React is complaining about the key. I need to add the key, so I will just put my key. No, key. And I need to check my data to see if there's any unique key in my data. So let's go in here. I have ID, right? So ID can be unique, right? So for each object, as you can see here, for each product or for each food here, I have a unique key, which is called ID. So I can now access it using item.id. And here is the second one, I'm gonna pass my item. So I'll just say item, it's equal to item. Something strange? Yes, no? It's just what we've been doing. Yes, no. Hello.
Yes, we know it already.
Okay, now I need to create my component item. Item.jsx. And here I need to just say RAFCP. I don't need this U. I will need the props actually. And the props here, we name it item, right? I think we name it item.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. And let me import this item. So this guy will stop complaining because now it's complaining. And here I can just say import item from item. Yes, now he stopped complaining. Voila. And now my code, now I need to now render for each item. I need to create render the stuff and we should be done. Maybe this one should be down. I should put it down a little bit and my component should be a little bit up. Voila. So as you can see, it's the same way we are doing it. And now for each product, we do the same idea exactly. Now, if I go to inside item here, well, I need to render some stuff here. Maybe item name and price. I'm not sure what data do I have. So maybe I can log the data, log item like that. So let's go. And as you can see, voila, it's rendering all the price and stuff, but I want to log the items to see what data do I have. So let's refresh it. Well, let's click on this one. So I have category, I have description, I have dimension, I like the image actually. So let me show the image as well. So I'm just gonna show here the title, the description, and the image for now. Of course, you can, for you can render whatever you want to. So here I'm gonna create an image. And this with source and alt. So here's the source, it will be what? So source, it will be item dot image, right? And the alt here, I'm not sure if I have any, I should have name. So I can just now add the name, item dot name. And of course, it's complaining because I'm not adding this one. So I can just say product dot ship, and I can add those, so it will complain. And clicky. Oh yeah, but why, where is my stuff? Those are my stuff. But as you can see, they're very big and ugly. So I need to make them a little bit small. How can I make them small? I can just create an item here. Item like that, .css. And let me import the item CSS here. Import cat /item .css. And maybe I grab the image and I will make it a little bit smaller. img width. Let's for now make it 15 pixel because I want to show it small a little bit. Let's go here. Voila. So as you can see. So that's my product, as you can see here. And now I have this guy. I have the price. I can add the name. I don't have the name? Let me see.
You have to write title, huh?
It's title?
Yeah, it's title.
Yeah, you are right. Actually, it's title. It's not name. Let's click on this one here. It's not name. It's title. And in here also, it's not name. It's title. And here, oh shit. Sorry for that. Voila, item, title. And here, let me remove the name and make it title. Okay, now if I go here, voila. So now I have the title, which is Apple. I have the price. Of course, you can add $sign, whatever you want to. So where is the price here? Let me add $sign. You can just add a normal $sign like that. With space or without space, it doesn't matter. If I go now, I have $sign, as you can see. And of course, you need to style it and make it nice. Now here, that single product I created. For the other, you will need to do the same, just like I did here. So just for food, now you need to add whatever you want to, laptop, smartphone, whatever you want to. Is it quite clear? Or you want me to do something else with you? If you want, I can create another product with you and that's it, then you create the rest. What do you prefer?
Maybe
Yes.
one more product.
Yeah.
Okay, let me create another product. What I will take laptop, okay? I think I have laptop, let me check. Yes, I have laptops. So in here, I'm gonna create another component here and I can just name it laptops. Laptops is correct, right? .gsx. I need just to create my component, RAFCP. In here, I don't need any of those. I don't need the props because I'm not passing any props. This one, I will not need it. And here it will be the same idea. I need to import directly use state and use effect. Use state and also use effect because I know I'm gonna use them. Voila. I need now to import few components. Here I need to import the loading. I will need the loading. So here I can just say const laptops. Laptops is plural. Set laptops. And it's equal to, as you so Agnieszka, I know my laptops here, it will be an array. That's the reason why I make it empty array. But laptop is not correct. Laptops should be clear now. Do you want to take short break, then we'll come complete it? Yeah. Let's just take a break 10 minutes, and after that, when we finish, I will give you another break, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll be back after 10 minutes. I'll complete this one for you, and the rest you need to do it. You know, I'll do the same for laptop, and it will be the same for any product you choose. So it will be the same for anything you choose here. Same idea. Okay, now for laptops here, let me go first to my navigation bar, and I will duplicate this one. Why? Because I need to add now a new route for laptops, and I will name it laptops like that. Laptops is correct, right? Laptops.
Yes.
Voila, now I have laptop in my navigation bar, which is good. Let me go to laptop here. And I know my laptop here, it will be an array, so that's fine. I have used effects, that's fine here. So all I have to do now, I need to create loading. I need to create an error, as you know, as normal. So here I need to use effect. It's the same process all the time. I need to use try catch and finally try catch. If I have an error, I will need to set the error here because the error is string. I need to say set error to error.message. And of course, finally, I need to add it as well. Why? Because I need to set the loading to false. Now here, try, I can just say const laptops like that. Laptops, it's equal to, I will await. Now I need to get my API, which I don't have. Let me get my API. Should be here, import. What was the name of my API? It was get product, right? Get product from /API is correct. Of course, my function here is not, I didn't create a function. Let's create a function and name it const fetch laptop, for example, fetch laptops. And it will be a sync function. Voila. And here, voila. And I just put my stuff inside, and don't forget to call your function, otherwise it will not work. Where is my function? It's here. I need to call my function. Voila. Okay, why is complaining here? Yeah, it's not declared, but it's not never been used. Let me make sure that the endpoint is correct. It's laptops. Where's laptops? Come on. Laptops. Yeah, that's laptops. Just to make sure it's correct. Let me remove this one and add laptops. Should be good. Now here, after I have my laptop, let's log my laptop to see. Actually, it will be product just like that, but let me log them to make sure they are correct. So I did not miss anything. Log laptops. And yeah, I have an endpoint there. Did I import this one to my app.jsx? No, I did not. So let's import it. Import laptops, right? From laptops. And here I need to add a new route actually. And it will be /laptop like that. So let's go in here, refresh. And I have laptop, as you can see. And what I need to do, I'm still logging this one. Let me go to my food. Item actually. Let me remove this log. And now here, let me go back, refresh. I don't have this one anymore. Warning, invalid prop array. Item key. No, it should be fine. Let's click on food. Let's click about. Let's click on laptop now. Laptop. Yeah, and as you can see, it give me my products here. So I want the product actually, because that's my laptop is here. So I can just say laptop.products. And that's correct actually. As you can see, if I go to my laptops, I need to say just laptop.products. And now everything should be fine. Okay. Now, after I get my data, I will need to do the same here. Let me go here and try to render first the loading conditionally. So I will just say loading. Loading by default is true. And I will try to render the error as well conditionally. Remember, the error is just a string. And now here I need to check, because it's an array, I need to check if laptop.length is greater than 0, I'm going to render something else. I'm going to render something else. No to laptop exists. And here I can just render a fragment inside the fragment. Inside the fragment here, I can now put my JavaScript. And here it will be just, I can map through them. I will have a single laptop. And for each single laptop, what I need to do now, I need to render a component which will be laptop. Single laptop, which I don't have, of course. I need to create it. I'm missing something. I think I need extra pair of this one. Yes. Okay, for laptop, I need a key. And key here should be ID as well. So it will be laptop.id if I'm not mistaken. And now here I need to pass laptop data. Laptop, which will be equal to laptop. Voila, I don't have a component called laptop, so let me create it.
Maybe you can send this all stuff in the item.
I can also do it in item, by the way. Yes, let's see. Actually, it will work. If they have the same data, I can use
Yeah,
it.
it's the same data.
Okay, then let's go here and import our item, actually. We don't have to use this one, create another one. So import item, voila. And now here, instead of laptop, I just need to render item. But in here, I need to name this one not laptop. I need to use it. What do we name it here? Let's go to item. What do we name it? We name it item. So I need to name it item as well. So here I need to name it item. Otherwise, it will not work. So let's go here. It looks like, yeah, as you can see here. So I have the image, Apple Bookstore Pro, that's the price, that's the price, that's the price, voila. And that should be good. If I go to food, my food is here. If I go to laptop, my laptop's here. But it looks like I have small warning. So let me try to fix it. Invalid prop item.image of array supply item expected. Here, which is dummy laptop. Product chunk. Yeah, here not found. It just says that this item is, the image is not found, I think. You can just ignore this one not found. It's fine. But this one here is just in item, actually, in laptop. Let's see. Let's let's see what's the problem in item. Let's log the item. Click. Okay, but they have the same data exactly. I mean, why is there? Yeah, but here I don't have. Do I have image? Yes, I have image. Yeah, images here is an array. So I think I'm not sure. Here in food it was array as well. Let's go to image. Yes, it's array as well. Actually, images. So let me take the first one here. So images here actually, so what's complaining is still image is an array. So what I can do, I can just take bracket 0. Bracket 0, that means the first image. And problem should be fixed. Do I still have the warning? Fail to type invalid image of type array. Yeah, because actually it's telling me now. You said that the image, it will be a string and it is an array. Actually, let me just do an array so we get away from this warning here. Because I thought the image, it would be single image. Actually, I was wrong. And the warning is gone. It's just an array. Voila. So now if I go to laptop, it will give me my laptop, stuff like that. Voila. And if I go to my food, it will give me my food. And let me get rid of this log. Voila. Of course, I just put this stuff. You need to put some more stuff. Because as you can see, we have a lot of data here. You can put a bigger image. You can put, so if I click on this one, you can have a lot of stuff here. Title, description, you can put price, discount. You can put create tag, for example, make it fruit or something like that. You can put the dimension. So you have a lot of stuff here you can add. But for me to make it simple, I just choose the title, the price, and one of the images. Remember, the images is an array. It's not a string. And voila. And now I can do the same for anything else. All of them, it will be the same idea. Same logic exactly. Is it clear now? Yes, no. Is it clear, guys, or not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now what you need to do, your job is you try to create your own fake store. And remember here, make it really nice. This one is really big. You can make it smaller, add description, add price, add whatever you want to data, and try to make it as nice as possible. Routing should be simple for you. Everything should be simple. It's now, you can either use Material UI if you want to style it, or you can use vanilla CSS. I don't mind. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So guys, create a new deliverable issue, name it fake store. And yeah, I'll stop the recording. You have today and tomorrow for this project. So